Hello, I'm Will Foster and I'm your host for Port A Beach Life. Welcome to my channel. This is the very end of the South Jetty, which is on the northern tip of Mustang Island, which is where Port Aransas is, and as you can see across the channel is the tip of the northern jetty, which is the southernmost tip of St. Joe's Island. Now St. Joe's, you can get over there by the jetty boat, but there is no services over there whatsoever. There's no shade, water, bathrooms, nothing. So the jetty boats only run on certain times, so it's not like a bus. Another one's not going to come along any minute now. So you really have to plan your trip when you're going over to St. Joe's. Make sure you bring everything you need, including shade, and make it back on time to the jetty boat. Now the jetties have a very interesting history. They were actually started in 1880 by the feds, and they started building them with wooden boxes filled with sand and rocks. Well, it got to be about 1885 and they figured it wasn't working. Matter of fact, it was a miserable failure, and so work stopped until 1889 when locals got together and formed a corporation, kind of the precursor today, what would be known as a regional development corporation, and they started work with actual rocks, which is the pink granite that we see here today, the same pink granite that was mined for the Texas state capitol. They brought it here on railroads and then island hopped the railroad as far as they could and then loaded the rocks onto barges, the rail car and all, and then floated them out here and dumped them in place. Well, with so many workers around, the locals started making extra money by taking people out fishing. And so in 1897, they named the town Tarpon, Texas, to play off of that abundancy of tarpon fish that we had here. And so the work stopped about that time. The corporation went broke. Luckily, the feds stepped back in and said, okay, we'll finish the project. So the feds took over and built it in the same way with the pink granite. They did build another railroad system that island hopped to Harbor Island, so it got it a lot closer, and it actually took until 1919 to finish both jetties and make Harbor Island a seaport. And because the economy was booming for the seaport, the townspeople kind of wanted to be more known as a maritime destination than a sports fishing town. And so they renamed the town Port Aransas. And so now you know the history of the jetties, how it was named Tarpon, Texas, and how it came to be Port Aransas, Texas, Port A, the place we know and love today. Enjoy your time, my friends.